Hi, I thought I'd like to update you on some of the things that I'm finding useful in the crypto world as someone who has expressed an interest or downloaded my reports or whatever. Because these things, it's always changing. There's always things happening, new things coming along. So take this video as an update on what I'm finding particularly useful right now, and you might find something from here that you can use and take advantage of yourself. The first one is a multi cryptocurrency live chart, and there's 500 or so, which is ridiculous, really. But of course, I'm interested in the ones that are in the top few here. And what you can do with these is you can see like Bitcoin here. You can see the market cap, the current price, available supply, the trading volume over 24 hours, and of course whether it's going up or down. My personal interest is obviously with Bitcoin. I've had an ongoing interest with MaidSafe coin, which is to me is a very interesting technology, and I'm also now involved in Ethereum because I've been looking into Ethereum. Just as Bitcoin is new money, Ethereum is new law. It's a smart contract platform. It's worth looking into. And just as Ethereum is new law, MaidSafe is new internet. In other words, it's a new form of private internet, and I think the technology there is certainly worth looking at. And so this is how I keep an eye on what's going on price-wise. Now, if you want to buy or sell any of these, then I would suggest you have a look at Poloniex. Poloniex is a exchange for cryptos. You do need to have cryptos to buy and sell. In other words, you can't load this with dollars. So if you've got Bitcoin, for example, you could upload Bitcoin, deposit it, and then you could use the proceeds for that to buy whatever you like. I did this recently with Ether. There's the Ether chart here. You can see the current activity on Ether. Um, is it happening? Not yet. Okay, try again. Okay, here we go. Ethereum exchange. And I'm also using this I just recently purchased more MaidSafe to add to my little stockpile. So Poloniex is a great way to do this, and I certainly recommend it as an exchange for cryptos. Below the video, you'll find links to all the things I'm talking about, so you can click on those after. Keep your eye on the video for the time being. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is eCoin. Now, eCoin is something I've mentioned before, and it's a great service. Basically, previously, it was a service where you could deposit Bitcoin and then load it onto a Visa card, a debit card. I'm looking at my home screen. I have an account with them. I have a modest USD balance here and a very, very, very modest Bitcoin balance. I can send Bitcoin to this account and I can put it on a card. But they are now expanding their services. As of April 1st, I believe, they are changing their name to Wirex. And the reason for that is that they are expanding into, would you believe, buying Bitcoin. Now, the way they do this is through their card system. For example, I can now top up this card not just with Bitcoin, but I can top it up with actual fiat money. So see here, for example, alternative payment methods. I could top it up with by country. I could select a country, and I might have alternative payment methods. I can also top it up by fast bank. Now, what they mean by fast bank transfer is that the eCoin, or Wirex as they will be known, has set up banking relationships in 65 countries where you can move money from your bank account very quickly to this service onto the card. Obviously, you need to get the card first. Once you have it on the card, you can use those funds to buy Bitcoin with the Buy Bitcoin button, which is a new function. And your card would be there, and you could say how much you want, and your balance would be there. In other words, it's a very easy way, and this is a worldwide service. I thoroughly recommend it. Okay, so that is eCoin, soon to become Wirex. Now, another one which I really like, and I've used this too, is Uphold. Uphold is really a multi-crypto currency service which allows you to hold balances not only in crypto, not only in Bitcoin, but soon to come Ethereum, but maybe even more useful for some people. You can hold it in the major currencies, and including quite a few other currencies as well as gold and silver. So, for example, I used this recently. I held some pounds I converted Bitcoin into pounds, and I was able to move those pounds directly, very quickly, to a pound denominated bank account. So you can actually move between currencies, between crypto, back and forward, and including gold and silver, and you can hold balances. And the great thing is, there's no charge. You can do these transfers at no charge, and you can hold these things at no charge. And I do find Uphold to be a very powerful system with a lot of use cases, should you be interested in doing so. And the last one I want to mention, which I think is really great. I've used them. I find them very good. They're very fast. It's SpectraCoin. They out of Europe. I think it's Lithuania. They've got good banking relationship. They have their own debit card, which you can apply for if you want to take funds out. But essentially, with SpectraCoin, you can open an account, you can send funds there, and you can buy and sell Bitcoin. Uh, I found them to be extremely helpful. I found them to be relatively easy. Don't forget, all these things, all these exchanges do require ID verification and usually have multiple levels of verification, like a starter or intermediate or advanced. And depending on how much money you're talking about, you would need to verify yourself. Usually, the top level requires ID, photo ID, and proof of address. So this is something I've used, and I'm now a fan of SpectraCoin. So once again, CoinCap. Okay, just to recap: CoinCap, the Poloniex exchange, eCoin, which is soon to become Wirex, Uphold, which I think is a great multi-use service, and for buying Bitcoin and selling Bitcoin, and also getting it onto a card if you want to, Poloniex. Now, the good thing about Poloniex is they will take you from anywhere in the world. It's not like Coinbase, which is limited to the US and Europe. So if you're in another country, maybe not being served by a good local exchange, as is the case in New Zealand, for example, then SpectraCoin will handle your requirements and do it very well. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Once again, check below the video for the links to this, to what I've talked about here, and have a look for yourself and see if it's something that you can use and find useful. Thanks for watching.